And at what point did you move from sort of the technical aspect of game development more on the narrative side?
Mm. That was relatively recent. It was actually during the pandemic where, like many other people, I had a mental crisis.
Yeah, it was
As we
hard.
all experience a massive traumatic event. And I was like, man, I feel um, like the aspect of working in technical side of gaming that I loved is being able to create stuff that could help other people. Like, I love working with my teammates and I love being able to talk to the engineers, get things done. And this has been very helpful as well, even in my narrative design career. But damn, I don't like programming.
Personally, I think it sucks, but I mean, there are people who love it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's other people who like, I can't write a story for shit. Like, we're all good at different things.
Yeah.
And I realized that if I wanted to have a career that kept growing, I needed to pick an avenue that was something I was more passionate about, I was passionate about getting better at doing. Like, I reached a point where I could uh like sustain myself as a programmer. But like, I saw those people who were passionate about development, who really loved like learning new programming languages, who loved coming up with like new architectures, and I was like, damn, they're just going to really succeed because they're in it to win it. Like, they just love this from an internal motivation standpoint. And I'm like, if I want to succeed, I have to find something that aligns with my core in the same kind of way. And I'm like, what would 12-year-old me would have done? Well, 12-year-old me went to the library a lot. And so it was kind of like, okay, got all these technical skills now. How am I going to use all of those to pivot into something that I'm more passionate about?
Wow. And I mean, I think you really hit on something that I feel like is the secret, not only in our industry, but in a lot of industries of like, you have the work that you do every day for your job, but to build in your career, especially as a creative, loving and mastering your craft and honing your craft is so important. What are some of the ways that, like, once you discovered that storytelling and narrative is your passion, how did you practice and hone your craft?
So basically, the technical aspect was a way to support myself, like, on the very basics, like keep a roof over my head, keep food on the table. And it was also having that kind of stability was what allowed me to put myself through arts and writing courses on the side. So essentially, while I was working full time, I would put myself through either an art or writing course to study like how concept artists work and think, to study how traditional painters work and think, to study how Hollywood screenwriters work, to study how prose writers work. And I would do a lot of like I would go to a lot of lectures, a lot of workshops. And even after I started working in the field, I would continue this practice. Even during the pandemic, which is actually even better because a lot of these resources moved online. So you didn't have to actually be physically present at the learning institution.
Yeah.